Dear friends, Junior MasterChef, Season 2 is finally here. This season features 16 contestants competing across 7 rounds. The winner will earn the title of Junior MasterChef along with a grand prize of $100,000. The first challenge is a tough mystery box cooking contest. The box contains various ingredients like fingerling potatoes, whole grain mustard, and artichokes. Contestants have 60 minutes to utilize these ingredients creatively. The first round of Season 2, the Mystery Box Challenge, tests their knowledge of ingredients and culinary creativity. 9-year-old Una is preparing a spicy seared loin dish. Her dish, featuring sautéed kale and apples, is visually appealing. She is making a creamy mustard sauce for the loin, having started cooking at age 6. Una believes she has what it takes to win this season. Natalie is cooking seared pork chops with sautéed apples and carrots. Raised in a Mediterranean restaurant owned by her father in California, she has developed a deep love for cooking. Samuel is also preparing pork loin, but with a complex method. He mixes bacon and kale into a stuffing, which he then bakes inside the pork. Samuel, who started cooking 2 years ago, draws his inspiration from his mother's innovative recipes. Known as a strong contender this season, Samuel exhibits exceptional confidence and composure. All the young chefs have completed their dishes. Next, the 3 judges will select and critique the 3 best dishes. The first is Natalie's 12-year-old dish, seared pork chops with yellow mustard sauce, served with rosemary potatoes and sautéed apples. The pork is perfectly medium rare with a crispy exterior and juicy interior. The only flaw is the lightly seasoned vegetables. Influenced by her Mexican mother, she adds a touch of spices to the pork, giving it a unique flavor. Mitchell's dish is a seared loin with rice and a fried egg. He created 2 different sauces and coated the loin with a sweet smoky seasoning, adding crushed dry chili for a strong, spicy flavor. The loin seasoning and spiciness are perfect, though the center could be slightly more cooked for perfection. The last dish is Una's spicy seared loin served with mixed vegetables, fruit, and mustard sauce. The pork reveals a beautiful pink flesh, but the dish has a slight mismatch due to the unpeeled apple skins. Other than that, the dish is perfect. The kale is crispy and delicious, and the caramelization is done just right. It's an excellent dish. All 3 dishes were stunning, but one young chef was flawless in both cooking techniques and seasoning: Natalie. Congratulations to Natalie for winning the first round and gaining a powerful advantage, choosing the theme for the next challenge. The judges, holding a chicken in one hand and a duck in the other, revealed a huge turkey brought out by Ramsay. They weren't going home, but were selecting the theme for the next round. Natalie's seared pork chops impressed the judges so much that she advanced directly to the top 2 and didn't need to compete in the next round. What ingredients will she choose for the other contestants? The answer lies in the pantry. When the doors opened, the young chefs were amazed to find the floor covered with chickens, and a few brave ones even caught one. This round allows them to freely choose from ingredients like chicken legs and livers. The competition remains 60 minutes long. Chicken, a common ingredient, proves challenging to master because it cooks faster than other meats and requires different cooking times and methods for various parts. This round will test their culinary knowledge. 4 chefs will be eliminated after this round. Let's see how the young chefs perform tonight. Samuel marinated chicken wings with 5 spices, served with lemongrass and vegetable steamed rice, and made pickles and chili sauce foam to accompany the wings. A lavish chicken meal. On the other side, Nasir had a tough night, possibly due to changing cookware. His pan kept smoking, and he burnt all the wings. Fortunately, he had spare ingredients, but had to switch to a new pan and start over with only 20 minutes left. The youngest, Una, chose the most challenging chicken livers to cook, preparing chicken liver pate on crispy bread. Inspired by Alexander, she also used caramelized roasted pears to complement the liver, a technique she had only seen on TV. A truly sophisticated dish. Isabella plans to pair chicken breast with Parmesan cheese and has also prepared a big pot of bright red cheese sauce. All the young chefs have completed their chicken feasts, which look incredibly delicious. Who will successfully advance to the top 12? The decision now rests with our 3 top judges. The first dish is Una's, featuring chicken liver pâté on roasted pear with garlic baguette. The presentation is exquisite at a Michelin level, offering a crunchy bite that balances the gaminess of the liver with the fresh, sweet notes of the pear, achieving a perfect overall execution. Next, Isabella presents Parmesan chicken with a cheesy tomato sauce, enough for 3 people. Unfortunately, the chicken breast is undercooked inside. Ramsey tries to find a well-cooked piece and finds the seasoning passable, but the dish's failure means she cannot advance. Sean's dish follows, with fish sauce chicken wings paired with a grapefruit salad. The presentation is definitely restaurant quality, with harmonious colors and sophisticated plating. The judges are so impressed, they consider buying the recipe rights. The wings are juicy and spicy, and the refreshing rich salad complements them well. Coco then serves Milanese chicken cutlets with gravy, vegetables, and fingerling potatoes. The crust includes a bit of chili powder, parsley, and parmesan, but the frying is uneven and the chicken is somewhat dry. However, the mix of cheese and chili offers a unique flavor, making the dish average overall. Jen brings Moroccan chicken paired with steamed bulgur and fava bean salad. The sauce includes turmeric, chili powder, and cilantro, resembling a curry chicken rice dish. The seasoning is excellent, full of Moroccan flavors, but the chicken breast is overcooked, making the meat dry and the sauce unable to penetrate. Lastly, Nasir prepares lemon chicken drumettes with sweet peas. Ramsey is overwhelmed by the intense spiciness after just 1 bite, leading to a coughing fit. The dish repeats the mistake of overcooking the drumettes, resulting in a dry texture and the spiciness overpowering the chicken's natural flavor, resembling a spicy turkey dish with no other discernible flavors. The youngest contestant, Abby, brought Mexican-style fried chicken served with sour cream hot sauce. Her side dish was a colorful zucchini and corn salad. The chicken's crispy skin had a mildly spicy taste, which paired excellently with the tangy hot sauce, showing great potential from the young cook. The final dish was prepared by seeded contestant Samuel, consisting of 5 spiced chicken wings accompanied by cilantro, black rice balls, and pickled vegetable strips. The chili sauce was creatively whipped into a foam, adding an innovative touch. The blend of 5 spices gave the chicken wings a unique flavor, while the crisp and refreshing pickles balanced the spiciness of the 5-spice powder. His efficient use of time created more possibilities, earning him the best dish of the competition. The 3 of them successfully advanced to the top 12, while Barina Sell and Isabella were unfortunately eliminated. This was certainly the most interesting match of Junior MasterChef Season 2. Just before, the famous chef Gordon Ramsay was hilariously drenched in syrup by a young chef. This was part of a punishment for a challenge due to the previous day's competition. Today, before the official competition, the 3 contestants had an additional challenge themed around making pancakes. Each chef station was equipped with 12 pans and a full bowl of pancake batter. The young chefs had 6 minutes to make as many pancakes as possible. The winner, besides avoiding the next elimination round and advancing directly to the top 10, would also save one of the 3 judges from the punishment of making a syrup-drenched chef. At this moment, our Hell's Kitchen chef Ramsay was visibly nervous, especially being teamed up with the youngest contestant, Una. Who would manage to avoid the syrupy fate? The young chefs were eager and ready to start the competition. They scrambled to make pancakes, although the first few attempts were not successful, with pancakes breaking apart. However, these elite chefs were not easily defeated by a mere pancake. After several tries, the young chefs finally managed to make decent pancakes, stacking them onto plates. The cheering from other young chefs on the sidelines reached a fever pitch. Poor Ramsay watched as Una's pancake fell to the ground, his heart skipping a beat. With the 10-second countdown ending, the 3 chefs placed their last pancakes on the plate, ready to present them to the judge paired with their team. Ramsay looked utterly despondent. Una only made 8 pancakes, and it seems like the culinary god couldn't escape this time. Meanwhile, Samuel made 16 pancakes, showing his consistency. But Sean outdid them all with 19 pancakes. The outcome was clear. The judges must now willingly accept their punishment. Despite their efforts, they couldn't escape Sean's crafty maneuver. According to the rules, Sean will skip tonight's elimination and advance directly to the top 10. He also gains 2 additional privileges. One is that he gets to choose the theme for the next elimination challenge. The judges presented 3 types of pies: chocolate cream pie, cherry cream pie, and orange cream pie. Sean chose the most challenging orange cream pie, much to the other young chef's frustration. Sean's other privilege was to select one fellow contestant to advance to the top 10 with him, skipping the harsh elimination. Without hesitation, Sean chose Mitchell, with whom he has a good rapport. The remaining 10 contestants will face the next elimination challenge. Who will manage to advance with their cream pie? Join us tonight for the Battle of the Cream Pies in Junior Master Chef history. 10 young chefs have 60 minutes to create a unique orange cream pie in both appearance and taste. This type of pie is difficult because even adult chefs struggle to perfect the balance of tartness and sweetness. Each chef's station is equipped with the essential ingredients needed. Additionally, they can choose from a limited selection of ingredients in the storeroom. Though not extensive, the selection is adequate. All young chefs are ready. The battle for the best orange cream pie starts now. A perfect orange cream pie starts with a flaky crust. The chefs must work quickly, and the butter for the topping must be chilled. It must also be added in the right amount. Too much can make it greasy. The crust must be rolled evenly. The most crucial aspect is balancing the sweetness and tartness, requiring precise ratios of ingredients. Samuel plans to make a rosewater grapefruit pie topped with nutmeg cream. This is a smart choice as grapefruit pairs well with most desserts and adds a subtle bitterness, providing depth to the overly sweet desserts. Abby, who often bakes pies with her grandmother, is tackling a cream pie for the first time. She chose blood orange as her main ingredient. Focused solely on cooking, Abby dismissed Ramsay after just a few questions, not giving him any face at all. Tonight, Levi plans to make a lime pie with coconut cream. Lime and coconut complement each other well. The key to a good lime pie is controlling the acidity, so he needs more limes to achieve the desired flavor. Levi thinks Una is the best among the young chefs currently, which makes her very happy. Josh is also making a lime pie. His cream is very sweet. He plans to use the cream for a modern design decoration, looking like he might create something resembling Ultraman. Adaya is making the most complex pie, choosing orange, lemon, and raspberry as her main ingredients. Since she often bakes pies at home, making one is not difficult for her. Natalie wanted to make an orange pie, but grabbed the wrong fruit. Now she has to switch to making a grapefruit and coconut pie, which is very challenging and requires careful balance of sweetness and acidity. The competition is in its final stages. The 10 young chefs, aged between 8 and 13, are now focusing on decorating their cream pies. It's incredible to see such high culinary skills at their age. Let's see what the judges have to say about who will advance to the top 10. After 60 minutes of intense cooking, beautifully shaped, colorful cream pies are presented to the judges. Now, let's find out how these pies taste. The first pie is Samuel's rosewater grapefruit pie topped with nutmeg cream, pistachios, and mint powder. This combination is indeed unique, but the cream was not whipped long enough and was not fully aerated. Also, too much nutmeg was used, overpowering the spices and slightly spicy taste, overshadowing the sweetness of the pie. The pie had too many ingredients, which didn't allow the grapefruit flavor to stand out, putting Samuel at risk in the competition. Next, Logan presents a raspberry lime pie. He added lime to the whipped cream and garnished it with raspberries. The overall performance of the pie is very good, highlighting the lime flavor with a balance of acidity and sweetness. The cream was perfectly whipped, and the use of raspberries was a great addition. Lastly, Sam made a blood orange cream pie. The flavor of the blood orange was very refreshing, and the cream texture was excellent. However, the pie crust was a bit soft. Other than that, his performance was quite standard. Adaya made an orange lemon pie adorned with raspberries. The sweetness and sourness were perfectly balanced, the filling and cream layers were proportionate, and overall, the performance was outstanding. Then came Una with her blood orange cream pie topped with passion fruit whipped cream. Ramsey particularly loved the flavor of the passion fruit. This unique combination made the pie stand out. The color of the filling was beautiful, and the ratio between it and the cream was just right. At just 9 years old, she managed to create such a perfect cream pie. I really have high hopes for Una. Next was Josh with his lime pie. As the youngest contestant this season, he cooked with a free-spirited approach. Although the crust was underbaked, it had a strong, even layering, and the whipped cream was very tasty. Natalie made a grapefruit coconut cream pie, adding some juice to the filling, which threw off the overall taste balance. The sweetness of the cream overwhelmed the other main ingredients, and the crust was underbaked, remaining doughy. The toasted coconut tasted quite good, though it didn't quite mesh with the grapefruit, a far cry from her performance in the first competition. Abby's next creation was a blood orange cream pie, topped with apple jam frosting and adorned with fruit gummies, making the pie look quite attractive. Although the ratio of filling to cream was uneven, it tasted delightful. Even the usually critical Ramsey couldn't stop praising Abby's work. Levi also made a lime pie, topped with coconut whipped cream. He tinted the cream a light green, which matched perfectly with the lime, and his piping skills were impressive. The crust and cream had an even ratio, and the coconut's fragrance was fully released, showcasing all the ingredients distinctly in an excellent cream pie. Lastly, Jessica brought a citrus pecan cream pie with too little filling and too many nuts, resulting in an overly sweet and unbalanced taste, and the pie crust was unevenly baked. The best 2 young chefs of the evening were chosen, and among the 4 least impressive, 2 were to leave the stage of Junior MasterChef. Ultimately, Sam and Josh were kept, while Jessica and Natalie had to say goodbye to the stage. This was undoubtedly the toughest blind box challenge in the history of Junior MasterChef. The young chefs completely broke down when they opened the boxes and found no ingredients, just a black ribbon. The 10 contestants were divided into 5 teams, with each pair of young chefs bound together. The winning team would skip the next elimination round. Although it was a paired event, their movements were expected to be very slow, so the duration of the competition was extended to 75 minutes. The 5 teams of chefs were ready to dive into today's competition. The 3-legged cooking contest tested not only the chefs' physical coordination, but also added significant difficulty to their task. Abby decided to make peanut butter cupcakes. In contrast, Logan and Sean worked more harmoniously, making 2 types of chocolate-flavored cakes, which allowed them to work together on the cake component. The division of labor was clear, showing strong teamwork spirit. Being tied together was a nightmare for some, as each chef had their unique cooking methods, leading to inevitable disagreements. The venue was filled with arguments, yet everyone remained intensely focused. Finally, the 5 teams finished the grueling competition. The 3 judges were set to evaluate the 5 sets of cupcakes. The first set was brought by Sam and Adaya, featuring an orange blossom honey cake and a raspberry cupcake combo. The frosting used honey and cream cheese. making the color combination of the cakes very beautiful. The orange blossom cake was light and crisp on the outside, fragrant throughout, while the raspberry cake was exceptionally soft with top-notch frosting. The two chefs started off awkwardly, but adjusted well to deliver these beautiful cupcakes. The second set was made by Abby and Mitchell, a combination of Mexican spicy chocolate cake and chocolate peanut butter cake. The cakes were very soft and moist, with delicious peanut butter flavor and a rich taste of Mexican chocolate. A sprinkle of frosting on top would have made them perfect. The last group, Logan and Sean, produced a lemon basil cake and chocolate cake combo. The cakes had a raspberry jam filling topped with passion fruit frosting and caramel drizzle. The cakes were soft and moist, with a perfectly balanced lemon flavor and well-timed baking. Their clever inclusion of raspberry jam in the chocolate cake made their cupcakes stand out. Logan and Sean won the team competition with these exquisite cupcakes and earned the privilege to choose the theme for the other chefs in the elimination round. The marvelous dishes were presented by a guest judge even more formidable than the three regular judges. This kind-hearted elderly lady is Gordon Ramsay's mother, Helen. She brought three of Ramsay's favorite childhood dishes for the last round's winners, Logan and Sean. These dishes are fish and chips sandwich, chicken curry rice, and a delicious shepherd's pie. The two young chefs will choose one of these dishes as the theme for the next round. The three judges expect the young chefs to make unique modifications to the dish. The competition time remains 60 minutes. After this contest, two young chefs will sadly leave the Junior MasterChef stage. This competition is exceptionally challenging. Although the young chefs have tasted or are familiar with shepherd's pie to some extent, this tells everyone that Junior MasterChef is a real competition, not just a show. Under immense pressure, some chefs are already struggling. Sam's mashed potatoes turned out too runny, and he didn't have time to remake them. He was nearly in tears until Judge Graham Elliott suggested that Sam puree some peas and mix them into the mashed potatoes to thicken it and add flavor. This was a testament to a top chef's robust ability to adapt on the spot. Una used garam masala to modify her shepherd's pie, combining traditional British cuisine with Indian spices. It was a bold choice, especially since the taste of masala isn't for everyone. Samuel's shepherd's pie was very creative. He planned to deconstruct the dish, making one part with a mix of beef and lamb in a Moroccan pastry roll, and another with a thin pancake made of silphium and Parmesan cheese, along with a side of pea puree and mashed potatoes. He believed that cooking the ingredients separately would highlight each one's distinct features. With only 90 seconds left in the competition, all the young chefs began seasoning and plating their dishes. 8 young chefs struggled to complete their modified versions of shepherd's pie. The first was Una's, made with beef and sausage in a curry-flavored shepherd's pie. The young chef felt uneasy as she presented her dish, which looked quite messy, resembling a half-finished product. The filling was somewhat greasy, and the mashed potatoes were not sieved, leaving a granular texture. She seasoned it with garlic powder, garam masala, dry chili, and smoked chili powder. The flavor of the Italian sausage gave this dish a unique taste. Although the plating was somewhat rough, it was evident that she had put a lot of effort into the seasoning. Next up is Abby, who specially used black truffles to make a side dish of pumpkin and sweet potato mash. Both dishes looked very beautiful and extremely delicious. Samuel brought Moroccan-style meat rolls, where the sweetness of silphium and the taste of the pastry matched well. The minced beef was cooked perfectly, making the whole dish outstanding. The side dishes included peas and carrots, with the beef being delicious and spicy, and the overall seasoning of the dish was excellent. Levi made an upgraded version of a lamb pie, paired with Parmesan mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes were very fluffy, and the lamb was tender and juicy. Mitchell brought a shepherd's pie made with a mix of beef and lamb, incorporating celery root and herbal sauce in the mashed potatoes. The appearance of the dish was very poor, looking more like a chopped burger than a shepherd's pie, although the mashed potatoes were very smooth and delicious. Next was Adaya's Napoleon-style shepherd's pie, accompanied by sherry pea puree and spicy chili sauce. The two sauces each added distinct flavors, enriching the overall texture of the dish. The last dish was Sam's minced beef shepherd's pie, where both the mashed potatoes and pea puree were very tasty. Unfortunately, the minced beef was overcooked, resembling dried beef. After deliberation, the judges selected Levi and Adaya as the evening's best performers. The worst three young chefs were Sam, Una, and Mitchell. Sam and Mitchell, due to their poor performances, regretfully left the stage. The top 8 contestants for the second season have now been decided. Cooking a perfect sunny-side-up egg can be quite challenging. Just look at the expressions of these young chefs to know. The third challenge for the top 8 young chefs is frying sunny-side-up eggs. A perfect egg should not have burnt edges or raw egg white when shaken, and the yolk must be cooked just right without breaking. Never underestimate such a task. It truly requires skill. Each cooking station was equipped with frying pans, oil, and plenty of eggs. The chefs had to cook as many perfect sunny-side-up eggs as possible within a few minutes. The number of eggs they cooked would directly affect their standing in the competition. The young chefs were eager to take on this challenge. Let's start today's competition. There are only 4 stovetops, meaning a maximum of 4 eggs can be cooked at once. 4 minutes had passed before Logan made her first sunny-side-up egg. The sound of sizzling continuously came from the scene, indicating that their pans were too hot. The eggs would burn as soon as they hit the pan, making such sunny-side-up eggs definitely unacceptable. Throughout, Logan and Sean were in the lead, but whether their sunny-side-up eggs were up to standard would depend on the judges' verdict. The 8 young chefs finally completed this tough challenge. Next, the 3 judges transformed into quality inspectors to scrutinize each sunny-side-up egg cooked by the contestants. Any imperfection led the judges to immediately discard the substandard eggs. Watching one egg after another being eliminated by the judges, each young chef looked dejected. After a meticulous inspection, the judges finally announced the results. Abby cooked the least number of perfect sunny-side-up eggs, only 2. Una and Adaya each managed 4, while Josh and Levi completed 5 each. Logan cooked 7, Samuel 8, but it was only Sean who topped the list with 10 perfect eggs. The number of eggs they cooked represented the number of ingredients they could use. Hearing this, Abby was visibly upset. With only 2 eggs cooked perfectly, she could choose only 2 types of ingredients for the next round of the competition. Upon learning the theme of the next round, little Abby truly began to panic. If you owned your own restaurant, what signature dish would you choose? Tonight, the top 8 young chefs are cooking for their dreams. They have 60 minutes to create a unique signature dish for their future restaurant, using only as many ingredients as the number of sunny-side-up eggs they previously cooked. I'm really worried about Abby because she could only select 2 ingredients due to her performance in the last round. Creating an ideal signature dish with only 2 ingredients is truly a challenge. As everyone picked their favorite ingredients and dove into intense cooking, Sean had 10 types of ingredients, giving him a wider selection. He first seasoned the steak with ancho chili and then made a sauce with ash tree blossom. Sean's dream is to open his own restaurant and become a star chef like Ramsay. He even shared his vision for the restaurant with Ramsay. Planning his future from a young age is truly impressive. Levi, having only 5 types of ingredients, planned to make seared salmon with a mustard maple syrup sauce, garnished with broccoli. Although he had fewer ingredients, Logan encountered some problems. No matter what, he couldn't get his sauce to foam properly, and this foam sauce was crucial to his dish. If he couldn't perfect it, his dish would consist only of rice and steak, making it a particularly mundane meal. Although Abby only obtained salmon and asparagus as ingredients, she attempted to cook the asparagus in 5 different ways. which is quite impressive, something the other young chefs wouldn't even dare to imagine. She also drew a design for her own Little Pony restaurant, planning to build a veterinary clinic next to it so that she could dine with the animals. She is really adorable. Samuel received 8 ingredients. His dish primarily featured green colors, and he flavored it with orange juice, incorporating meat, fruits, and vegetables. From past competitions, Samuel is recognized as the chef who best understands pairing. As the countdown ended, all the young chefs managed to create their ideal signature dishes with their limited ingredients.